This is Ryan Bolda. What's going on, everybody? It's Ryan Bolda here. I'm back. I had a pretty good time in Spain. I've been kind of dealing with some things, getting into the flow of things, accepting that I have so much stuff I have to do, and it's very overwhelming, and I'm just like kind of trying to mentally get myself back there, which I've never had to do this before, but it is definitely uh there's definitely a lot of mental gymnastics that come with fitting back into this role I've kind of designed for myself. Getting on to the next part of what I need to talk about. During that time, I've had to think. I've noticed that I do provide like a lot of content out in social media and on the podcast, and I'm just I don't know. I'm feeling a little devalued here lately, so from now on, I'm only going to be doing subscription based content. I'm gonna make a little free episode, a small little free episode, and kind of explain why that's happening. But it's gonna be 7.99 a month. We're gonna talk about more things than just all natural remedies. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of different stuff now, but all natural herbs. We're also looking for some sponsors. If you are aware of any sponsors out there, or if you are a sponsor, we're looking for some sponsors. In the last 10 episodes, which was about like once a week or so, we got over 300 downloads, so I'm pretty happy with that. With our first official season of Only the Best Herbs, and everyone that participated in that, like, I definitely appreciate you guys, and I have a lot of respect going forward. Like, if anybody needs anything, please don't feel hesitant to reach out. Like, I'm trying to do my best over here to help whatever community I can. I'm all about doing my part to help. In all reality, all I'm trying to do is help. You guys can make it seem very one-sided, but I will definitely assure you that I have not made one dime off of anyone personally in the community. I don't go looking out to sell anything in the community. Normally, it's kind of the opposite. Like, I'm looking for things. So to kind of aid in what we're doing and making connections and being in good standing with people in the community is always important. Like, it's definitely not ever a good idea to make an enemy or. But now that I feel like I'm not so fresh and I'm not so new in some of these communities out here, uh, it would be cool to have some people show their support for me and what we're doing over here too, because it's definitely not easy. You definitely won't hear me say that often enough than I should. I don't like asking for support. I don't feel comfortable asking for support, but there comes in a time where to move forward, I'm really going to need some support here, because up until this point, I've literally done everything for free. We've had sponsored this show, and we're just looking for a little bit of help. So if you are listening to this, I imagine you've been following along for a while. So spread the news, do whatever. We also do have this 1 week subscription, and aside from the couple people who subscribe right now, if you're listening to this, you're probably listening to it on the 1 week for free. You get some ideas, or you get some type of value out of the content we provide, then I definitely encourage you to stick around, because it's only going to keep getting better. And that's why I'm here, right? So, educate. Moving on. Trip to Spain was really cool. A lot of people have been asking me about it, and I've been kind of trying to stay secretive, I guess, or more quiet about it, because I'm learning that I need to shut up more, and that kind of is like contradicting to what I'm doing right now, right? But as far as like social media and stuff, you're definitely not gonna see me active on social media anymore. I wish I could be like a creator like that on social media, but it's just I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe one day, but I'm definitely gonna focus on this right now, and maybe somehow they'll tie together here in the future. But I have a lot of things that I'm focusing on, and the podcast 100% is a focus. Back to Spain though. Spain was so cool. We stayed at a hotel. It was in Sitges. It was right off the Mediterranean Sea, so we got to see a lot of cool things. I definitely had a lot of cool experiences. We walked up and down the boardwalk. I got to engulf myself in the sea, which was cool and very salty. It was very salty. Just I don't know. It was fun. So me and my girlfriend Corey, her name's Corey Brandemart, we go out. Been my girlfriend now for about 5 years. We have a lot of history as well, so it was good for us to get away. We haven't been outside of the United States, and we got to do a little traveling, and it was stressful here and there, but Spain was really cool. We started in Sitges, and then we ended up in Barcelona after having a little miscommunication with the staff at the hotel and Hotel Calipolis. Definitely not trying to dog on them or anything, but us being American, I guess, didn't really fall into our favor. They were, there's just like giant lack of communication, and they weren't I wouldn't say they were very accepting or very nice to us. So I kind of lost my shit at one point. So my apologies to you guys out there if you're listening. I do have a couple subscribers out in Spain. I'm not sure if it's because of, me passing out some cards or not, but, my bad. I was kind of really frustrated at that point and some things going on, having to rush around and not being able to get help from like anybody. So there's that. My bad. And then went to a lot of cool places to eat. Prawns, definitely not my favorite. Didn't agree with me. But I don't know, there was like a lot of cool things going on there, and it definitely was a culture shock to me. Barcelona, especially, like there were the immense amount of people, and there's just the nonstop going on of things. I can't even tell you how many times people were trying to sell me things or just like extort me for money, and it just kind of made me look at things a little bit differently. And when all that was happening, I've kind of like related it back to what I'm doing. I'm like, man, people are always trying to like extort me and like man, do I really put off that energy that that I'm easily extortable or something? So I don't know. I'm just dealing with some stuff, and me trying to be helpful. Of course, I knew that it was gonna be twisted into something else, but you know, if it, I guess it's gonna be a while until I do some things like I've been doing here in the past. It's just, you know, I do my best to keep that going, but I'm just not gonna be doing it as much. I definitely got a lot of ideas while I was out in European country. I'm starting to realize how valuable my ideas are, so I'm not going to be sharing many of those. But it was really cool. I got to go out to a coffee shop up there and see how they did things and smoke some White Widow, which is like literally was a dream of mine. Just to say I smoked some White Widow out in Amsterdam. Like, that was pretty cool to say. Me and Corey just sat out in front of the airport. We just smoked a joint. We were like, wow, this is like really surreal and really cool. And I couldn't believe, we had the opportunity to do that, which was really humbling, I suppose. And I don't really like using that word that much, but it kind of just helps me get a better grasp on things that are going on. we got to stay in France for a while and got some macaroons. Me and Corey ate them. I actually ended up dropping most of them in the plane, and they got like all stepped on. And it was just like we definitely had some unfortunate things happen to us while we were there. So like all the good things and all the cool things that happened, like trust me, like we paid for it, not only in cash, like what we paid for it mentally too, because there's just like a lot of stuff going on. And although it was like really beautiful and a once in a lifetime opportunity, like I definitely will be better prepared on how to travel in the future, because I definitely will be traveling, and I definitely will, when those times come, you'll probably see me a little bit more active on social media, because I like to share those experiences as much as I can. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that. I'm not like trying to shove it in everyone's face, but it's exciting for me, and I got a lot of inspiration out of it, and if I could share that, that's like the least I can do, I feel. I don't know. But yeah, a little shout out to my company, Surgeons and CBD Surgeons. You can find our products on www.cbdsurgeons.shop. We talk about CBD products a lot. We have cannabis genetics, seeds, plant nutrients, and glass pipes here coming up in the future on the website, but always available wholesale, of course. I'm just trying to figure out with the glass how exactly we're going to go about that, because glass pieces can sometimes be unique. Are we, going to be focusing on like the same pipe, or are we going to be trying to do, it's just a lot to have to put each individual pipe on the website, and it's a lot. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but like after it sells, I'm just gonna be okay. It sells, I take it off, put it on. So I'm just trying to figure out an effective way to do that. And once I do, you will see that effective on the website. But cbdsurgeons.shop, Ron Cameron's version in here of him doing it on the radio, and you're gonna start hearing it more often. I'm gonna take that sound bite and put it into my of him talking about CBD surgeons. So you'll definitely hear like Ron Cameron on our show.
All natural Michigan-made products. CBD Surgeons ships worldwide and delivers all over Southeast Michigan. For more info, go to cbdsurgeons.shop and cbdsurgeons.shop. cbdsurgeons.shop.
Which is, if you know Ron Cameron, he's been all around the United States doing sports talk radio, and he's got a very extensive history and resume. Got to work with him a little bit, and as far as all the people I've worked with in the radio industry so far, like, he's probably been the realest person that I've talked to. No bullshit. A lot of people I've been I've been dealing with trying to play games, trying to get me to do things for free. I promise you that is not happening anymore. Subscription based everything. I did want to talk a little bit about like the cannabis laws and try to like relate it on how it was in Spain and how it is in the United States, or not even the United States, in Michigan, I suppose, and the United States, because in Spain, the whole country, I feel like, is just like a little bit. Actually, the whole country is farther ahead in cannabis legalization than we are, given that you are allowed to possess cannabis. You are allowed to grow cannabis for yourself. You're just not allowed to be caught with it. So it's definitely something you have to be caught. You have to have personalized and, into your home. For the United States, it's just basically not even scheduled appropriately yet. So, which I've talked about before on one of my episodes with Simply Professional Formula and Rugo Montetto. Like, we definitely need to get it scheduled first before anything. Spain, parts of Europe, definitely a lot farther ahead of us on that. I understand, like, sometimes it's not about who did it first, but it's about who does it right. But, we definitely got to do a little bit of catch up on that with Just Spain, for example. So, out in Spain, I had quite a few people offer marijuana. I even had people offer me cocaine. I've had people offer me tons and tons of different stuff when I was there. I'm like, wow, how are these people like just so free and open about it? I'm like, it's kind of like that in the United States, but I'm just walking down the boardwalk and have people offer me all types of stuff, and I'm like, no, 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 like I'm straight, I'm good. Because obviously it's not the fact that I would do it or anything, because that was in a past life of mine, but it was just like kind of amazed me if you can visualize it. I'm just walking down, this road in Barcelona. It's not even a road. I think it's called like La Ramblas or something like that. Really long stretch of walkway in the middle of Barcelona, and it's just like so much stuff. There's booths and there's people. I ate on the board. I ate here. The restaurant across the street pulled out a whole bunch of tables and chairs, and they make money off of people just walking by, like, hey, yeah, I want to sit down and eat. So just a lot of creativity as far as like for businesses. And we stopped in a couple smoke shops and whatnot over there, but the way that they do it, they're called like cannabis clubs, and that's where you have to go to buy your cannabis. And I thought, wow, that's like a really cool concept. Like you have to have like a member card or ID or something to that effect, and you go in there and you can smoke and buy whatever, buy cannabis related products. I'm like, that is like a little bit of a cooler concept than what we currently have going. Like currently we have like corporate cannabis is gonna rule America once the schedule flip, and a lot of people don't understand what's really going on. Like cannabis companies are about to rule pharmaceutical companies. Like there are so many potential medicines in cannabis, and it's all being set up. Budweiser is even getting into cannabis. I don't really think people understand the like implications of what's going on and what's going on behind the scene. It's all being set up just like normal, right? Normal, typical American stuff. Most people don't know what's going on. So, states that aren't recreational yet, it's all going to happen at once, and it normally does. And that's what we're about to see, I believe. Spain has a good system going on. The cannabis clubs thing, I like the idea. I would like to set something up with only the best herbs to do that. Like to just have it be a club, a cannabis club, more of a community. We will also have our own personalized microbial community. We worked with some communities in the past that have been a success, and have had their faults and have had their ups and downs as well. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Also, like I said, we will definitely have our own stuff going on. But back to cannabis a little bit. I'm going to take this time to remind you of Rugamonteto, our feminized genetics company we used. We're focusing a lot on home growers, grow your own cannabis. Please reach out to myself or anyone at the Surgeon team if you're interested in wholesale orders. We are doing partially sponsored grows too, so reach out to us about that too if you want to know about that plan, that initiative. We have people that we are working with who are going to be doing some demos of the Rugamonteto plants, and we are even going to have our own strains available here in the future as well. Getting involved with Rugamonteto and Simply Professional Formula is still part of something we're calling Hemp for Humanity. We're just still trying to work out all the nuts and bolts here in the community. It's going to be a fundraiser we do, and yeah, it was a whole big thing in this past summer that I definitely want to talk about here in the future. It had to do with a few individuals, and I've really not wanted to talk about it, but I think I'm gonna get to talking about it here pretty soon, because it is a pretty wild stories that I could go off on. And you know what? Fuck it. You know what? If people are going to do the things that they're going to do and act the way that they're going to act, I feel like I'm doing everybody else a disservice by not letting you know, right? So this is going to start to get really good. I would definitely stick around, be supportive if you can. We're working hard to give you these craft solutions that we know, are 100% organic. We stand behind them, all the products that we carry. Plus, it's pretty good content for me, and I get to kind of speculate on my side and how all the dots connect and what exactly a professional dot connector is. I mean, that's not something I knew about, but yeah, you guys should know about that. Professional dot connector is a really weird concept. And then we got some more stuff coming up too, but as my first episode back, I'm going to make this one free. Every single one after this, though, will be subscription based only. You'll find that on Apple. I might try to get it onto another platform too, like Spotify, but for now, we're gonna just stick with Apple. It's $7.99 a month. Gonna do that for a few months. I appreciate everybody's time and appreciate you listening this week. Gonna try to do it gonna try to do this a couple times a week, so bear with me. I'm gonna make it good one way or another. I think we're gonna go with Mondays and Thursdays. So Mondays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock from now on. This one is not. This one's on a Wednesday, but starting tomorrow, we're going to do Thursdays and Mondays. So, until next time, we'll talk soon. You'll see me soon. You'll hear me soon. Yep. There we go. You'll hear me soon.